Obviously, I first of all want to say welcome back to the real Golden Boy. No disrespect to Mr. Argon, but this is our modern day Golden Boy. Oscar, welcome back. You really look
Thank you. You know, I feel great. Just treasuring the waters. You know, just working hard and going out there and demonstrating, and you know, really coming out and telling and sending that message and telling them, hey, if you're down, get up. Get up.
a message of hope.
A message of hope. You know, I've been through it. I lived it. Believe me, it can be done.
I want to ask you, you know, in football, when the quarterback, that second string quarterback comes in and he starts shining, the first string quarterback loses his job. You are the president of Hoya, and there was some suspicion that maybe Golden Boy wasn't going to survive. But when I saw the way you stood up at the press conference today, I know nothing could be further from the truth. Could you tell us how strong Golden Boy is?
Oh, Golden Boy is a company that we haven't even scratched the surface. You know, I mean, this is where it starts. Now it starts. You know, I don't say I'm back. I say I'm here.
Right.
I'm here. I'm not back. I'm here. And so, you know, we have many fights to make. We have many years to work. We have, you know, all for the sake of boxing, for the sport. You know, I still have that vision, that dream of fixing boxing, of correcting the mistakes, of doing this, that. That's still in the back of my mind, in my heart. You know, and we're going to continue, you know, paving the way, and at the same time giving the kids opportunities, making great fights for the fans, and one day at a time.
You know, there's no or university in boxing. So if you have Golden Boy over here, you got Top Rank over here, you got something else over there, and each one of you have A-list fighters. If there isn't any communication or engagement to bring about the best fights for the fans are the ones who suffer, not the promotional company. And you're stepping up to the plate to even change that.
I want to step up to the plate. I am stepping up to the plate. And look, it's not about me when I step up to the plate. It's not about me. It's about the fighters. It's about the fans. You know, you have in football the Eastern Conference and then the Western Conference. You know, if they don't ever meet, then who is the best? You know, you have Top Rank, you have Golden Boy, you have, you know, whoever else. But if you never meet and fight your fighters, then who's the best? Who is the best? Who loses out? The fans. So yes, I want to extend an olive branch. I do want to talk to Bob Arum. First of all, to tell him thank you for what he did for me. That's the first thing I want to do, you know. In person, Bob, thank you for my career, for what you did for me. You know, I appreciate it. And then maybe, who knows, down the road, we'll maybe talk business to benefit the sport of boxing, to benefit boxing, to a Golden Boy, to benefit Top Rank, to benefit, most importantly, the fans, you know, the sport. That's what it's all about.
My final question to you, Floyd Money Mayweather, top of the heap in the sport of boxing right now. He too is trying to make the transition from fighter to promoter. Now, a lot of people on the surface don't understand how difficult it is to be a promoter, because you have to also share in not just the profits, but you have to share in the losses as well. What advice would you give to Floyd Mayweather at this stage of his career? Because he's 37 now, he's closer to the end than he is the beginning. What advice would you give him? Because you're the only professional fighter in the history of the sport who's really transitioned from being a world champion fighter to a world champion promoter.
I kid around with my wife and tell her, honey, we're gonna go to Canastota twice. You know, as a fighter and as a promoter, one day, God willing. But on a serious note, I think the only advice is you know, have a solid team around you, get a great team around you. You know, and work. It takes a lot of work, and don't give up. Don't give up. It's a lot of work, but don't give up. Keep believing. If you believe in your company, if you believe in boxing, then keep on working every single day, because it is work. It is a lot of work to build a company. It takes a lot of work, a lot of great people, and that's what we have at Hoya. We have great people. We have the fighters. We have the staff, the colleagues. They're not staff. They're colleagues. They're family. You know, we all have to work together. That's why we've been so successful.
You know, I want to say this right now, Fred, that this guy is smart. Don't let these good looks fool you. Bob Arum said to me that of all the fighters he's had, that there was an intellectual brilliance about him. And I think you showed it when out of the box, you go get the Swiss banker. This guy comes in, you give him the blueprint for running your company. I mean, they're selling pieces of shorts for Oscar De La Hoya outside of Leonard and Ali. I can say clearly, you've been the most remarkable fighter in the last 25 years, more than Leonard, more than Ali, because you were able to transcend the sport of boxing. I want to thank you. I want to thank you, and I'm glad that you're from LA.
The most exciting part is that we haven't even started. We haven't even scratched the surface. Here we go. He's back. He's here. The golden boy.
Right.
Hey, this is Oscar De La Hoya. Read the Los Angeles Sentinel.